Epic Universe is a quintessential masterpiece. History is being made in Orlando in the form of 4 perfectly crafted themed lands and a central hub like the Garden of Eden, which together holds the potential of being the most immersive theme park to ever open. And it's putting all of us and the industry on our toes. The greatness of Epic Universe is no secret, but something that doesn't get talked about enough is the thrills. Universal and their recent use and interest in roller coasters, and how drastically impactful this is to the industry. What if I told you the world's greatest theme park and amusement park were to merge into one? You'd probably think I'm on crack and report the channel, but hypothetically, what would it look like? It would look something like the Universal Orlando Resort with Cedar Point's coaster lineup. This hypothetical theme park would be perfect. It alone would totally break the industry, but how about a whole chain of these perfect theme parks? I believe this is the future Universal destinations and experiences is envisioning for Orlando and the whole chain. I don't think we truly know just how powerful an IP theme park chain with this much ambition is. This video will explain the extraordinary possibilities of Universal Studios Orlando. Let's go! Fueled with desire to expand the roaring successes of Universal Hollywood, Universal Studios Florida opened in the summer of 1990 with a vision to give visitors the opportunity to ride the movies. A vision passed on from Hollywood, which started off with walkthrough tours of Hollywood movie sets. With the promise and slogan came dark rides like no other. Experiences that took riders outside of the reality they were living in and into this better mythical one. And that follows people out the parking lot. This park became a huge success, and so they expanded until it became the multi-theme park resort with 8 on-site hotels and Walt Disney World's biggest competitor, which it is today. Their secret formula to success has always been the immersive experience, and for the most part they've created this through dark rides and theming. This was until Hagrid's Magical Creatures Motorbike Adventure, a coaster that brings the immersive experience with adrenaline and speed. And that's not a new concept at all, they've done it before, but never to the level of Hagrid's. This coaster set new boundaries and showed just how far the immersive experience can go on a ride, and it marked the new beginning for Universal. Because since then, the chain has become incredibly ambitious, and a key part of the ambition is towards roller coasters. They are not shying away from massive coaster projects. Their recent innovations make Disney look like a local fair, and it's surreal watching it play out. Here's a full coaster investment recap, so prepare yourself. 2019 brought the $300 million Intamin motorbike coaster to the resort after a decade try of a thrill coaster edition, and it broke Expedition Everest's record for most expensive coaster by 3 times. Just 2 years later came Velocicoaster, another Intamin masterpiece which opened in 2021, quickly becoming renowned as one of the greatest coasters in the world. This costing $100 million. And yet, after $400 million spent on coasters in 3 years, in 2025, Universal Orlando will open a full 3rd theme park and the resort's greatest expansion yet, debuting with 5 individual roller coasters, meaning that by the year 2025, the single resort will have opened 7 new coasters in 6 years. And all of this is just the expansions of the Orlando resort. In the last few years, not only has Universal invested billions into Orlando, they simultaneously built a Super Nintendo World in Japan and Hollywood, both costing $500 million. Universal Studios Beijing are currently constructing a new theme park resort in Frisco, Texas, and a horror attraction in Vegas, announced the making of a new ground-up resort in Great Britain, and bought PortAventura World, Spain's largest theme park. This is unheard of, but the greatest possibilities don't just lie in the quality and quantity of these investments, but the kind of investments they are. They are coasters. See, Universal was powerful enough as a theme park resort, but now they are just as interested in the thrills. And Universal being interested in thrills is different from Six Flags being interested in thrills, because Universal isn't an amusement park chain. They are that IP theme park resort chain owned by one of the world's leading media entertainment companies interested in thrills, with the main difference being the theme park resort chain is rich. They can actually afford any coaster they desire, unlike actual amusement park chains. See, while Universal has dominated the industry, riding at the top of the uprising wave, which is IP theme parks, the biggest amusement park chains have been struggling to recreate the success they had decades ago, and have come to desperate conclusions like merging together. When a chain is as rich as Universal, nothing's gonna stop them from achieving what they want to achieve, no matter how big the vision is. They achieved themed lands, resculpted the entire industry with Hogsmeade and Diagon Alley, and now they want the other half of the world. To combine Universal's ambition to expand with their seemingly unlimited budget is a doorway to unlimited possibilities. If the vision is to make Orlando a thrill capital alongside the theming, they will put in billions. Epic Universe and the areas around it provide the land, and there are plenty of places in the existing parks that could be replaced with coasters. They're capable of implementing so much more than the average amusement park chain because of that wealth and stability. We have to also take into consideration the question, what makes a coaster elite in 2024? When a family coaster with a height of 65 feet topping at 50 miles per hour is in the same conversation as 80 plus mile per hour 250 foot coasters, it proves that there's no single equation to reach world class. And I think Universal will continue to have their new coasters get into that conversation of world class into people's top 10s and top 20s through the immersive experience. The movement towards thrills is not exclusive to Orlando as well, as Universal Studios Hollywood will be debuting Fast and Furious Hollywood Drift in 2025, a decently sized, Intamin multi-launch spinner, the first non-kiddie coaster opening here since Revenge of the Mummy, which opened 2 decades ago. This thing will drastically change the park's skyline, and it shows that this whole idea is not just Universal Orlando, but the whole entire chain. The only other chain that matches the level of power Universal holds that I can think of is Disney, but they're simply just not as ambitious. Disney's formula has become staler, their new rides have not produced the spark like they used to. They also don't open a new theme park every couple years like their counterpart. So unless the whole arm of Disney Imagineering really changes their fundamentals, I'd say it's a safe bet that Universal will continue to dominate the theme park and amusement park industry.
Oh my god, can we do oh my god,
You remember this?
Oh my gosh, you made it till the end!